Hey there, garden fans, and welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. It has been the goal of me and my wife to create a perennial food forest here on our property, and a year in on this project, we're doing fairly well. We've still got a long way to go, but it seems like the skeleton is in, and now we need to start building some meat and muscle to all that. In this update, I just want to quickly walk around and show you some of the new things that I've added since my prior video. Got some veggies planted here at this apple polyculture. I've added quite a few green beans, bush beans, and some spaghetti squash, and they're coming up and looking strong. So there's some annual vegetables along with my perennial helpers. I've added a lot of chives around the base of this apple tree. Hopefully those seeds will germinate and we'll get some growth. This elderberry patch here with the mint and clover ground cover is looking strong, and this field of buckwheat has got actually some veggies hidden within it. Let me zoom in here and show you. Zucchini right here is looking good. It's got some radishes by it and green beans. I've got some purple variety bush beans. These guys are looking good. So I got a row of green beans here, and there's some squash, spaghetti squash, and butternut squash all hidden in this patch of buckwheat. There's some peas here as well that are really coming in. Peas look good. I didn't think I'd have peas this late, but I'm getting peas. So this veggie patch here is doing well. I planted another patch right over here, and that's not doing so well. It's not doing as well, so to speak. Another addition has been a couple more raspberry plants. I've added 1, 2, 3 raspberry plants to this pear guild. It's also got a bit of oregano here that will end up bushing out. I've got a pigeon pea, and I've got this very pretty volunteer sunflower coming up, so I'm going to let that guy do its thing. But the idea of the raspberries here is to help break up the soil. They're pioneer plants. Their root system is not too deep, and it shouldn't interfere with my pear here. But what it will do is help break up the soil around it and add organic material when the old canes die back. So, pear polyculture in the works. I got three more raspberries added to it, and I'm going to be adding more blackberries to the homestead as well. The blackberries seem to have been a real hit on my property here. They don't mind the sandy soil. I'm already getting next year's canes to grow up very strongly. This blackberry on the fence here has really thrown up a lot of fruit. And I mean, we harvest, a bowl of blackberries about every day from all 3 of our plants that we put in last spring. So the blackberries are doing good. Another new update is I'm getting figs. Brown turkey fig. I didn't expect to see any figs this year, but I'm getting figs. So that has been a pleasant surprise. I'm getting figs. I should have figs this year. Figs grow well here. I'm kind of happy with that addition. Another new addition since my last video is water jugs. I've added 1 more water jug. I'm up to 900 gallons of water storage, and that should be more than enough to keep my swales and all these plants fairly well watered. 1 more addition since the last video has been a beautyberry bush. It's a Mexican beautyberry. It grows wild here in my zone, so I figured I might just go ahead and add 1 of these to my home. It's fairly hardy. It's good for the pollinators. The fruit is antioxidant rich. Not too sweet, pretty tart. Not tart fruit, but pretty bland fruit. But it's got a lot of antioxidants in it. You can make a pretty good jam with it. And I've added another elderberry over here from one of my own personal cuttings that I rooted in a cup of water. Just a few small things going on. 1 more addition is my pawpaw here. It seems to be growing well. I don't expect to get any fruit off of that till maybe next year or the year following. But that's just a quick update. I wanted to show you some of the newer things going on. Everything is looking nice. It's growing well. It always looks better after a rain. We had a couple days of rain here, so everything is looking really good. I just need to keep adding. Keep helping build the soil. And speaking of soil building, I want to talk about the fungally dominated networks I'm creating here in the soil. I finally saw some mushrooms here, and these wouldn't have grown here last year. I mean, this was a sand pit just a year ago, so adding all the wood chips and all the compost that I've added is really helping out. It's really starting to create these conditions that are good for mushrooms. So I'm really building some fungally dominated compost here that everything can grow in. Should have some pretty good soil here within the next year or so. Appreciate you all checking out this update. Next update, I'll be harvesting my potatoes here. These buckets are getting about ready to go. And keep in touch. I've got another video coming out about a elderflower tea I'm going to make. And as always, I'm going to get a bee update coming up when I split my hive. Hope you all are growing well. God bless. Appreciate you watching.